Hey folks, I don't have too much time right now, but I do want to talk about. I just got home from SAC Anime Convention. Honestly, I don't know how many more anime conventions I'm going to do, or if I'm going to do any at all anymore. But it's tempting, right? Because I did make a lot of money from just doing commissions there. I did not make any new prints for sale, but I still had quite a few prints that were just very popular. Same prints that were popular from the last time. And I sold out of some prints that were like less popular, but I guess if I sold out of them, maybe I can make more if I do ever sell some. The thing is, like, anime conventions are like, for me, it's like if I were to do more, it's guaranteed money, and it's guaranteed money that's kind of fast. So it's like I have these prints in the past that I made that I don't really need to put any more effort in because I mean they're good enough that they sell, and I can always make more if I wanted to. But the majority of the money I made was from commission work, and I've been a freelancer for a long time, and I've done a lot of commission work. But honestly, I don't get much work anymore independently, like from my Instagram, because I don't really use my old Instagram account, which has like around 1,600 followers. But I have not used it in a long time because I've been more focused on religious work. And I do want to make that transition to religious work, but it's like, do I want to let go of that source of income I had before? Go ahead and draw. You're gonna start drawing the child Jesus here. I only have about maybe 5 more minutes right now because I got to head to work. But I just want to talk about this because I've kind of been, as you guys know, my life is going through a lot of transition right now, and um, trying to just pick up the pieces and pick up the pace and to be responsible. Without going into further detail, um, I, like you, am poor and I just stress all the time, and I need to make money and I need to pay the bills. And here I am, just being an artist with no degree and a day job and like multiple sources of income that are all kind of small. And it's like I want to figure out the best way to move forward. And after SAC Anime, I'm like, wait a minute, I can really make a lot of money in a short time from this. So maybe I should do more conventions. And it's like if I was just um, doing it for the money, then I would. The clear path is that, yeah, I should do more. But there are like other things at the conventions. Like, for example, one thing I don't like is like the scene in general with cosplaying is that, like, I think cosplaying is great. I think cosplaying is fine. But ultimately, you're going to see people, in skimpy outfits, and, the content of anime is not always appropriate. Not that I'm an adult, but even some of the stuff is just difficult for me to stomach nowadays. There's a lot of things I don't really want to see. And in general, it's this thing where I feel like, the first commandment is like, don't have any idols, right? And I think in some ways, anime can be an idol, or just entertainment in general can be like a false idol, or a god. Not that people worship it, but if you prioritize it in your life as something really important, and yeah, stories in anime can be very meaningful to you and teach you lessons, and that's fine. But this whole transition for me is moving from a fantasy world and the world in my own mind to real life. And um, if I can keep that sentiment and stay above the influence, maybe it's something possible for me to continue in that space. But as of right now, it's kind of like a challenge to stay above the influence and keep my mind clean and keep my mind focused. Like, I am focused, but it's just I don't want to give myself that extra pressure right now. I don't know. Maybe if I do another one, it could be a long time from now. But the thing is, the money is tempting, right? I want to support my family, and if I want to make as much money as I can in a short time, it's like I should do that. Uh, yeah, but I don't know. It's something I'll pray about and something I'll think about. If you guys have an opinion, you can let me know in the comments. Um, because yeah. Anyway, the things that I do want to do though, for sure, is like something that I've wanted to do for a long time is increase what's called, a quote unquote passive income. And I know a lot of people on YouTube talk about that. And for me, I tried getting into like um assets and stuff like that, and I ended up inadvertently, not inadvertently, I ended up taking too much risk, and it ended up being like gambling, and it's like not something I really want to a space that I want to be in anymore, because it ended up taking a lot of time and focus and energy, and I learned all these things that are, not going to be useful to me if I don't do it anymore. And it's like I'd rather, well, one thing Alex Ramosi, a business guy, said, he said, instead of investing in the S&P 500, invest in the SNME 500. So why don't I make it so that I am the asset and I'm the one valuable, and my skills and my personality are the things that are valuable and get me hired for things, rather than relying on just ownership of things. And ultimately, the compounding is going to be very powerful in that. But why not just compound in myself as a person and a human being with integrity and valuable skills to the general public and the greater good. um and so what are my skills? Like, I draw, but like, it's like anywhere I go, there are skills I can develop. So at my current job, one of my managers showed me what's called the FYI book. It turns out I had a copy of it already, and it's a list of like professional competencies. It's like 38 of them, I think, and I think it's a book used in like a lot of I don't know, corporations, and I don't know where people use it, but my manager was telling me it's a very popular and useful book. And it turns out I had a copy already. I don't remember who sent it to me, but or where I found it, or why I thought it would be useful to have. But I have it in my Apple Books app, and I want to look at that list of competencies, and you can like play your strengths and also improve your weaknesses. So it's like there's 38 things in the list there that I can improve on, as well as another list that I have is 64 virtues from Father Chad Ripperger. Um, he is an exorcist and talks about virtue and vice a lot. And there's a list I found of 64 virtues, Catholic virtues that we can grow in our spirituality and practicality. Um, and those are all things I want to work on. And I'm going to, pinpoint things that I really need to work on. For example, I know that one virtue right now I need to work on is humility. Um, One of the difficult things of being like a content creator, is that you want everyone's eyes on you, and the commodity that you're competing for is attention, because you don't make ad revenue and you don't really do anything in general with content unless people's attention is on you. And when you're in this space, you don't, most people might not think about this, but you're competing with, or maybe they do think about it and I need to think about it more, but I'm competing with people like Mr. Beast. I'm competing with Disney Plus. I'm competing with all anime. Like, I'm competing with 100% of content ever made. Like, who is going to be paying attention to this? And what's actually really cool is that I found that people tell me, hey, I do watch your YouTube. I'm keeping up with you. Like, sometimes I find your input valuable, or sometimes it's just something I like to watch. There are people who want to stay connected with me, and I find that very reassuring, that whenever I do get, some random video with like 40 views, one of those could be my friend, that, like, someone who knows me, and some of you could be listening to this right now. If you are, let me know in the comments that, like, you are listening to this. But the thing is, I'm competing for your attention, and you could be paying attention to something else if you want to, right? um and that's okay. And I don't want, to be thinking I want everyone's eyes on me, and that's essentially what you have to be doing when you're competing for attention. um and that, pride can really come into that. And I want to stay humble while also understanding that the content I make, I want it to at least be useful and entertaining to people. If it's useful and entertaining, um, then I know that I'm doing good. And I have to, like, not care, like, I need to care about the numbers, but I need to not care about so much about, like, that people are paying attention to me as a person. If I have love, and I have you know uh I guess, yeah, love in these videos, then, and hoping that I benefit those who watch them, then that's probably good enough. And that, the more love imbued in these videos, and the more valuable they're going to be to you. So, it's just the stuff that I'm thinking about right now. Of course, also I want to work on my online shop, and I want to make a new website. Chokenator.com is about to expire, so I want to change to opuslilium.com. But those are all things I got to do, and when I have time to work at home. Looks like I got to go to work soon. So I will talk to you guys later. God bless you all, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.